Okay, so the news couldn't stop happening today, and unfortunately, we have some news regarding the Minnesota Vikings. And since this channel is called Skull Ohio, we are going to cover it. And the news of the day for the Minnesota Vikings is the injury report has come out, and it is rather insignificant, except for the report that Pat Elflein is going to be placed on IR for 3 weeks after injuring his thumb in practice today, according to the reports by Tom Pelissero. So, what does this mean for the Vikings offensive line going forward, and what does it mean for the next 3 weeks? Well, unfortunately, we're going to break the continuity of having these guys start multiple weeks and sort of keep the same unit together. That is now out the window after one game. So, Pat Elflein will go to injured reserve for 3 weeks, eligible to return, I believe. So, that'll be week 5. He can come back. So, here on the board, I have basically every single offensive lineman who is eligible right now. They may sign somebody from the practice squad. I haven't seen that report yet, but this is everybody that is on the current 53-man roster. So we'll go ahead and we'll just take Mr. Elflein out of his starting position. I'm not going to remove him from his backup spot at the center position because I, honest to God, don't know who we would put there. So we have a right guard spot that we need to fill. So let's just sort of go through it. Now, I think the tackles are going to stay where they are. Riley Reef actually had a very good game against the Packers, allowed 0 pressures. Funny story is that most Vikings fans' knee-jerk reaction to this online is calling this addition by subtraction. They're actually kind of happy that he's going to be out of the starting lineup. They're not happy that he's injured. They're just happy that he's not going to play. Because Elflein was actually, well, not was, but has been one of the more egregious offenders when it comes to having poor performances against the pass rush, not just this season, but last season as well. He's struggled through his whole career to make it as a pro since being drafted by the Vikings. So, but the thing that I want to point out is the reason that he was selected to be a starter this year at the right guard position is because he won the training camp battle. It's not because that they thought that he could improve or anything else. It's just that the options after him weren't that good, and Ezra Cleveland is clearly not ready due to him being listed as inactive last week. So, with all that having been said, continuing on, the tackle positions, Reef is safe where he is. O'Neal is good. I think he had 2 pressures allowed yesterday, which is no big deal. He's still been very good since taking over the right tackle job. Bradbury is your center. I can't see him moving over and then just putting a backup center in there. That makes no sense to me, so I think he stays put. So with having Ezra Cleveland having been inactive last week, I guess we're going to have to move Drew Samia up to the starting right guard spot. So that will be our new offensive line starting this Sunday against the Indianapolis Colts. So Rashad Hill is a swing tackle. I don't remember if I've ever heard of him playing inside. I could be wrong about that. Somebody can, absolutely correct me if I'm wrong. But for right now, we won't have Pat Elflein as the starting right guard or the starting center. So this means Ezra Cleveland will absolutely be active this weekend, I would imagine, and he will be the backup for both guard spots, and then they will have to sign somebody off the practice squad to take care of the depth unless they want to move either Hill or Udo into the interior in case of an injury. So it's just one of those things to monitor as we head into the weekend. As far as the outlook goes, this is only for 3 weeks. So I think Pat Elflein will come back, and then the situation will sort itself out as long as we don't have any other significant injuries along the offensive line. I'm not the biggest fan of Pat Elflein when it comes to his on-field talent, if you will. He's much better in run blocking than he is in pass blocking. So given that this is a run-first team, and they want to utilize Dalvin Cook's ability as much as they possibly can, not only to run the offense, but to control the game clock, because remember, this defense has been retooled in a very significant way. It is now inexperienced in a number of facets like the defensive line and the secondary, which we saw get exposed yesterday against the first ballot Hall of Famer, or Sunday, excuse me. So I don't expect this to be too much of a problem. I think Drew Samia is probably ready for a couple of spot starts, so I don't expect this to be like, break down the house, smash everything, we got to start all over. It's just going to be one of those bumps in the road, and this is actually a good test to see what kind of fortitude the Vikings have. Can they use this as a way to sort of motivate people to step up into bigger roles and have bigger contributions? Are they going to be able to overcome this? This is what good teams do. They have an injury, they overcome it, the next man steps up and does his job. So short little video just going over some breaking news in the last half hour. Pat Elflein will be on the 3-week IR for the Minnesota Vikings, eligible to return in, I believe, week 5. So that is the Vikings news for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.